Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the time block method and productivity. I need a structure fast, especially as I take on more personal projects. Work was picking up, home life was increasing with the toddler. I needed to kind of structure myself because I find myself trying to get so many things done and ultimately not getting anything done because I'm so overwhelmed by the tasks that are just floating in my head. And I gotta tell you, I feel like back in the day, I used to be able to multitask. Now, it's absolutely out of the question. So, in attempt to fix my squirrel brain, I thought I'd give the time blocking method a shot. I started with trying to watch a few YouTube videos, see what it would entail or how to set it up, but that definitely started to overwhelm me. I realized that this is one of those things that just vary from person to person. So replicating a YouTube video wasn't proven to be effective because it's based on what you need individually. So a few bumps in the road that I ran into was first, I tried to time block huge slots of time on my calendar based on what I was seeing in the videos. It was aesthetically pleasing, but it wasn't functional for me. I definitely shouldn't have started with just going immediately to the calendar and trying to time block things. Because what I was doing in my workday, let's say my workday is 8 to 5, I would do 8 to 12, time block, then lunch, time block, and then 2 to 5, so when I come back from lunch, time block. So now on my calendar, there's 3 blocks that just seem unnecessary. So I have this long list of things in a day. And I'm like, eyesore, actually don't like that. So I learned quick that I did not like that way of time blocking. The second thing that I ran into was trial and error, right? When it comes to this, I wanted to put my whole entire life on the calendar immediately. So because I was trying to do that, I was adding a lot of reoccurring events to the calendar prematurely. This is not a set it and forget it thing. You have to actively work on the calendar. To fix this, I built in a lot of planning time to where I can go in and just do a sweep of the calendar, add things or adjust things that need to be adjusted weekly rather than just trying to make everything reoccurring that doesn't need to be. And I don't know why I think everything has to be so final. It could definitely be readjusted. And that's one of the things I have to keep reminding myself of. I don't need 7+ calendars in my Google Calendar. For those of you who are just starting out and you want to try time blocking, you're going to notice there's a calendar section and you can add different calendars for different things. So if I wanted a work calendar, right, a fun calendar, family calendar, because you can bring that calendar into view or take it out of view depending on what you want to see at that time. So a lot of the videos I was watching, they would have a lot of calendars. So I'm like, I guess I need a lot of calendars. They would have a theme for the day, so that's a calendar. And even now, when I think back to it, I can see where that would have never worked for me. Because my life is not that complex. I be thinking I have a lot going on, but in comparison to the videos I've watched, I don't have that much going on. So I needed to keep it short, concise, something that would be easy for me to understand, easy to use, and not an eyesore. So right now, all I need are 4 calendars, and my friend helped me to see that everything can fall into these 4 categories: work, family, personal, content. That's what we starting out with. Now, once I figured out those 3 things, it was a lot easier to build out my calendar and use the time blocking method. And I did find that it was helpful and kind of just taking the task out of my head and storing it somewhere that I could rely on. I'm going to let you guys see how I sit down and plan and do my time blocking. And then if it works for you, try it. If not, don't give up. Keep trying something until you get that calendar to work in your favor. Let's go do that. Hey guys, welcome back. So you're going to sit in with me on my planning session. This is where I'm going to go ahead and time block my calendar for the upcoming weeks. So I use Google Calendar. The 4 calendars that I created were personal, content, family, and work. Those are my 4. Keeping it simple works for me. So I have a few reoccurring things, dropping off and picking up my son during the week. I have those carved out, and you'll see no matter the day that you go to during the week, I'll have those reoccurring. Also, I work out 3 times a week. I have that reoccurring as well. Everything else, I just plug it in during my planning time, which typically is on Fridays. I'll carve out like an hour or so to where I could come in here and time block my schedule for the upcoming weeks. Even though I'm time blocking 2 weeks out, I still keep my planning day on Friday so that if anything new needs to be added, I'm always coming in and overseeing the schedule and ensuring that everything is added in for those upcoming weeks. All right, so let's get to it. So first thing I want to do is put in anything that I have for my son. There are some days where daycare is closed, and so I'm going to come in and block that out. So that's July 17th and the 30th and 31st. 30th and 31st. So I just changed that event because I still want my reoccurring to stay on these specific days. So, and then I like my little emojis. Just gonna add that. For the next 2 weeks, he'll have gymnastics on Saturday at 10 o'clock. So, gymnastics. So that takes care of my son's events. Now I'm going to go ahead and do work. Now for work, got my work laptop. My weeks do vary depending on what I have to do. Okay, so for example, Wednesday at 1. Okay, so that's work for this week. Now I need to go to the following week. Now, because this is a certain work week for me, there's already a block here. Okay, so if there's anything additional for that week that I need to add, I would come in and add it. And then we have content. So this is one of the big new additions to my current life, right? Trying to push out content or create content. So whether it's writing, creating videos, editing videos, posting videos, those types of things fall here under content. This is where I get to see, okay, when do I have time to do those things? So by Friday at 1, I do want to have a YouTube video out. YouTube video posting. Wednesday, editing videos. Do an hour of that. Okay, Tuesday, we're going to need dinner. I think today we're covered for dinner, so I'm going to come in here, put cook dinner. That's personal. So we'll save that. And then anything social. So I have 2 events that I'm hoping that I'll get out to. I'm not sure if I will, but I will add it to the calendar so that I have it. So Saturday. Friday. All right, so I worked on my calendar. We have the next 2 weeks all set. We focused on adding anything for family. We did work, content, and personal. I have those all set up on my calendar and it'll sync to my iPhone. So now, as those things are happening or coming up, I'll see it on my phone, what I have to do that day. So that's helpful in having it in two places. So if I'm on my laptop, I can see it. If I'm on my phone, I can see it. I keep it real simple just for me to be able to see when I have time or where I have time, if I need to add anything, move anything. Now, there's a lot more stuff that I can add, and I probably will add, such as grocery shopping, when am I going to clean the house, things like that. I do add into the calendar. So, yeah, hopefully you guys got something out of this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This is just helping me be more organized, more structured, because I got a lot going on. I'm a full-time mom, full-time employee. I work out. I gotta cook, clean, get the house in order, and it's just me. It's just me doing all these things, making the world go round. And so I need a structure and I need to maximize my time so that I actually am being productive. If you're gonna try the time blocking method, I suggest those 3 things, right? You don't need 7+ calendars to start out. Keep everything short, concise, and to the point. Don't set everything reoccurring that's not meant to be reoccurring. And remember, trial and error. You can readjust as you go, and you should readjust as you go until you get it in a way that works for you. All right, guys. So until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for planning with me, and I'll talk to you soon.